don't have one, it's all right. Do you need a block? No. Okay. All right, so whenever you're ready, Mark, tell me. Oh, there you go, welcome. Happy New Year. Thank you so much, I had no idea. So welcome to the Malmo Public Library. My name is Joan, and we are working on our practice to let go of things that happened in the old year and bring in things that will help us in the new year. So just before we do anything, just stand hip distance apart. Bring your shoulders up, back, and around, and bring your arms out to a little letter A, capital letter A, and take a few breaths here in mountain pose, feeling your feet, feeling the energy moving up and through and out the crown of the head, and down and out through the fingertips. Taking a moment to pause and reflect on what it is you would like to release from the old year, so that you have space to welcome in something new in this new year. And just begin to notice all sensations. Let the breath begin to get a little deeper as you inhale, pushing out all the breath as you exhale. Inhale, lifting up the shoulders and up the arms, and then exhaling with a ha. In. Whatever you carried in the old year, give yourself permission to release it. A couple more. One more. Now stretch up. Big stretch. Rock it out. See how you feel as you move. Just starting small, gently from side to side. Good. Good, and then take a little bit of a wider step and just hang forward. And just let the weight of your arms and the curve of your spine create a little release, and then wiggle it out, moving from side to side. Good, and then softening the knees, inhale, bring your arms up, big breath, gentle back bend, forward fold. And if you can, go a little lower, wiggle it out. Good, bend the knees, cross the arms, inhale, big breath. Exhale, start small because we're just starting to warm up. So small and gentle. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. Opening up, pushing away what didn't work, expanding and exploring new horizons. Inhale and exhale. Now when you bring it all the way up, right arm down, left arm over, and stretch it out. And opposite side. And just feel that opening up through that side body, activating and releasing through the spine in its 6 directions of movement. And then both arms up, sink the shoulders down, rotate. Inhale, lift up. Look up, exhale, bring it down. Fill yourself up and let go of something. In and out with the breath. A couple more. Good, up and down. Now, shake it out. Roll the hips around. Now we're going to do a little, just a short practice. Removing all obstacles, whatever they were, challenges, struggles, fears, health issues, anxiety, whatever, from the old year. So we have space to welcome in healing, opportunity, creativity, a new thought, whatever you need. Good, so we're gonna rock a little bit, just a little bit side to side. Good. Now the goal is to face north, which I think for us is this way. So if you're home, figure out which direction is north. So we're going to turn to the north, and we're going to roll our shoulders up, back, and around, and just stand for a minute and feel your posture, and take a breath, and just do a little survey. What is it that you would like to release from the new year? Because our goal is to release anything that was negative, worrisome, anxiety-ridden, anything that created frustration, grief, tension, fear, you name it. So our arms are going to be soft. We're going to do 3 in each direction. And our goal as we lift our hands gently up, and you only go as far as you want, so you can stop at any point. You can bring it all the way back. And then I bend my knees and I bring it down. So inhale, I release in all directions and all dimensions, anything that no longer served me from 2025. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. Now we want to add a sound. So inhale. 2, 3. Come back up, turn to the east, inhale. So you would go that way. Everybody goes that way. Inhale, I release all and anything in all directions and all dimensions. Anything that no longer served my higher good. Inhale, big breath. Exhale with a sigh. Go. 2, 3. Good. And then I bring it all the way down and I pause, and now I turn to the opposite wall. So you turn toward the south. Take a breath. Inhale. I release all restrictions in all directions and all dimensions. So I inhale and lift up, and I exhale and I let it go. And now big breath, big sigh. One more. Now come all the way up. Bring your arms down, opposite side, take a breath. Inhale, I release all restrictions in all directions and all dimensions. Big breath. Now when I inhale, big sigh out. Inhale. Now bring it all the way up. Come all the way back. You can come and face me now. Come right into your star pose. Take a breath. Now release whatever you've carried on your shoulders. So bring your shoulders down. There are a lot of high shoulders up there. And breathe. Now just from that little bit so far, you may feel a little warmer. So bring it down. Inhale, small, just to shoulder height. And down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up. Now release, standing a little hip distance. Just move out anything that feels like it was stuck. Good, and now pause as you slow down. Good, we're going to come right back to the north, because this time we want to welcome in anything that will help, heal, support, create alignment, creativity, balance, support, courage, confidence. Take a breath. Inhale. I welcome in all the things that will help balance and support me, heal, and create awareness. Anything that will create a sense of positivity and connection. So we take a breath again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. Welcome in joy, love, kindness, compassion. Exhale, big breath. And then just pause and bring it down, and now we turn toward the east. Take a breath. Inhale. I welcome in all directions and all dimensions. Anything that will help me, heal me, support me, create space, allow me to be my true self. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathe in all directions and all dimensions. One more. Good. And then you just bring it all the way around. Now we're going to head toward the south. Take a breath. Inhale. I welcome in all directions and all dimensions, all the things that will help me to be aligned, balanced, supported, healed, create confidence and courage. And you can add whatever else you want. One more. Good, bring it all in and release it. And then last time, toward the west, take a breath. I welcome in all directions and all dimensions, all the aspects of life that will bring me a positive outlook, healing aspect. 2, 3, and then bring it all the way up. And when you bring it all the way up, just stretch it up. Come face me and stretch it all out. See if you feel like you have a little more space now. Good. Step wide. Take a big stretch here. Exhale, bring it down. Bend the knees. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. And up and down. So whatever hand you crossed at the top, we switch. One more. Good, bring it up. Good, hands to the knees. Now just rock it out. Now you may have a little burst of heat. Good. Now hang forward and one vertebra at a time, bring it up. Excuse me. Step a little closer, move the hips. So feel like you're just stirring the pot around. And then reverse your circle. Now we're going to go down to the floor, but before we do that, just a little side to side, we're going to bring in a mudra for the new year. So each finger has an element that's connected to the earth. Thumb is fire. So your fire is your intention. So just for a moment, what is just one intention that's true to yourself, that aligns with your heart, that allows you to be true to your own self? Now the second finger opens up the airway, so the breath. So breathe in and breathe out, letting go of how you think your intention will manifest itself or be created, letting that go. And then the middle finger connects to the heart and patience. So whatever it is that you would like to see manifested, and let it rest in your heart, let it be something that's true for you, healing for you, benefiting you, creating a change, a shift, and awareness. And then the ring finger's grounding down into the earth, so you're balanced and supported as you wait in patience. And then the pinky finger's water, so we let go of anything like water moving down a stream. We let go of anything, any obstacle, negativity, worrisome thoughts. Now we're going to put it together in what's called Kubera Mudra. So we take the thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger, and we pinch it. Then you take the other two fingers and you bring them down into the palm, and you create a little bowl of abundance. Now you breathe here. So the thumb is your intention. We breathe in and we breathe out into space that allows us to wait in calmness and in patience, allowing our heart to be filled up with things that allow us to feel calm, relaxed, serene, healed, loved, and whatever else you want to ask or receive. Now the ring finger is pressing into the center of the palm, and that's calmness in the center of your being. So you just gently press your ring finger into the center of your palm. So when you are serene and patient, and you can surround yourself in a place where you're calm, you become an attractor of all things positive. And then the pinky finger is washing away and letting go. So we want to release any thoughts, negative worries, fears that you kind of carry in consciously or unconsciously. So you go with the flow in the river of what is your life. Now we're going to bring the arms out. This is your bowl of abundance. Now we're going to open up and open the heart, lift up. Exhale, gather in what you need. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring it in, because you're confident that whatever you need is going to come to you. You don't need to worry about the time frame. And bring it in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let it go. One more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, now hang forward. Leave your hands right where they are. Now, fingers together, bend the knees. We're going to make a huge circle. Exhale, let it go. And create a little balloon and visualize that this balloon or bubble is a blue, any color blue, the color of calmness, serenity, peace, contentment. Nothing can knock you down. Breathe. Last one. Inhale. Now bring it all the way down to the heart, and we just let one hand rest over the other. Create a little weight here. Lift your chin, get a little stretch. Your elbows are out like a butterfly. And you breathe. And breathe in and breathe out. Now remember, the butterfly is the symbol of metamorphosis. It's that place where we can use this as a connection to nature. What is it we need to change within ourselves? Something we hold on to that we think we need. Control, criticism, judgment, self-judgment, whatever. Let that all go and release the heart. And then we're going to inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, we open the heart and we welcome in space and air and grounding and letting go and healing and opening up into serenity and calmness and peace as we maintain patience, opportunity, moving into pure potentiality. Exhale. Now when I roll down this time, I'm just going to let it hang. Take a breath. I'm going to use this to transition down onto the mat. Come right into your table. Ground yourself down through your hands, and your hands are in line with your shoulders, and your knees are in line with your hips, and your toes are tucked. And we rock back and forth. So we can step into the new year with a lighter, firmer, confident, patient step. We rock it out. Now when I bring it back this time, and if I can, I sit back and I just rock it side to side and stretch out through the feet. So the path opens into a new path. And you rock it out. Good, come back up to center, lift the feet, wiggle it, move the toes. Bring the feet down, knees are as wide as the mat, big toe touches. If you have a block, grab a block. And we're going to come right down into a child's pose. And the arms are in a Sphinx pose, and we just breathe right here. Now, if you feel you have a lot of stuff rolling around in your head, you may want to rock your head right in the center of the forehead, relaxing around the eyes, the jaw, the cheekbones, swallowing gently, bringing the shoulders back and down and away from the ears. Releasing through the cervical spine. Good, and then when you come back to center, slide your arms and maybe TP your fingers and stretch a little more here. And then release your arms when you're ready and come right into an extended child's pose so that you have clarity in your thoughts, in your vision, in your breath, in the words you speak, and how you process emotions and how you digest the things that go on in life. And you breathe. Slide your hands back to frame the face. Inhale, shoulders back, lift up. Just move your block for a moment because now we're gonna just ripple. So we inhale and lift up like a wave. And exhale, and you make it as big or small as you want. You wanna feel that the intention that you're holding for yourself for this new year is gonna go with the flow and the river of whatever it is that your life will take. Opening yourself to new opportunities, a new journey, a new path, a new thought, a new awareness. And so if you get yourself stuck in a struggle or a challenge or sadness or grief, you remember this sensation of feeling like I can move out of it instead of getting stuck in the mire of it. And then when you're ready and you bring it down, if you need your block, you grab the block back, but otherwise you can come right into your child's pose. Pick any variation that you would like. And feel that head and heart connection. So you're creating this balance between, instead of having racing, busy thoughts, they're calm and clear and relaxed in a body that's calm and relaxed, and a heart that is reflecting what it is you need to keep your mind calm and relaxed. Slide your hands back to frame the face. Gently lift yourself up, and now rock your shoulders and get a little diagonal stretch here. So noticing if you feel tight or stiff in any place, make it small. Don't overdo it, especially if you haven't done anything specific in a while. And then when you come back to center, slide that right arm forward. Left arm can prop, and I'm not going to go under yet. I'm just gonna release here, TP the finger and get a nice stretch. And then when I'm ready, if I'm ready, then I go right into threading the needle. And you breathe. Soften that shoulder, releasing through the arm. Great. Slide that arm back, take a breath, lift it up. You don't have to go anywhere. We're just gonna switch. Left arm extends, right arm props, and I stretch, and then I TP the fingers, and I feel that stretch under the arm. Take a few cleansing breaths before you release if you choose to go into the whole, full expression of the pose. And you breathe. Good. Slide that extended arm back, bring yourself up. Pick your child's pose, any variation that you want, and feel different. Maybe softer, more open, calmer, relaxed. And then slowly bringing it up, we're going to transition into a seated position. So we're just going to extend the legs and then bring them so that the knees are up, and slowly bring yourself down onto your back body, hands right on the ribs, and now just rock out into little windshield wipers. Rolling onto the inside, outside edges of the feet. Making it as big or as small as you need it to be. Good. Bring it back to center, bring your knees in, cap your knees, little circle here. Massaging out through the sacral spine, the lumbar spine. Small little circles, try to do 6. Keep the breath going. And then when you've done your 6, do 6 the other way. Good. Bring your feet back to the mat. This time bring your arms out into cactus arms, and now rock again and see if you can make that shoulder-hip connection. Then your shoulders stay down on the mat, and you see if you have a little deeper stretch from the left hip to the right shoulder and vice versa. Good, and then coming back to center, you can keep your arms here, you can bring your arms to the letter T, you can bring your hands right to your ribs. You pick what it is that's comfortable for you. And then when you breathe right here, right leg crosses over the left, and we go right into a gentle rocking pigeon. Easing out through that whole nice back body. Whatever you carried through your spine, your shoulders, your hips. Relaxing the neck, the throat, the jaw, the back of the head. Breathe. And then if this is enough, this is where you stay. If you would like more, you can bring the foot to the floor, roll the head to the right as the foot goes left, and vice versa, knee to the right, head to the left. But you don't have to do this. You go with what it is that you need for yourself in this practice today. One more on each side. Good, and then come back to center, release that foot and cross the other side and start small. And notice one side may not necessarily feel the same as the other. And then your choice can be to stay right here or make it deeper. So what foot goes to the right, head goes left, if that's good for your neck. If it's not, then you keep it right at neutral and you relax the jaw. And you just move into whatever's comfortable for you. This is a big twist, so be mindful. Don't go beyond what's comfortable. And one more on each side. Good, come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest and just gently rock it out. And notice how it feels. Maybe you feel like you have a little more of an awareness of how you are connected to your back, your hips, your shoulders. And then when you're ready, come right up into your happy baby. Start small. So you may want to just keep your hands behind your knees to start. If you really feel like you're warmed up and you're flexible, you can bring your hands to the outside edges of your feet or the inside edges of your feet, or you can wrap your 2 fingers, index and middle, around your big toes in a yoga toe lock. You pick what's best for you. And then bring your legs together and point and flex your feet. Breathe, don't lock the knees. Feel that pulsing of the muscles, creating movement through the circulation, nerve endings, relaxing. Point one, flex the other, all the way up and through the head. Don't let your jaw engage. Good, roll the feet around at the ankle. We're taking the weight out of the legs, so we have an opportunity to feel lighter. And then reverse your circle when you're ready. And then big V, rock a little bit here. This is going to give you a big stretch through the inside, outside edges of the legs. And then whenever it is you're ready, if you want to, you can point and flex and rock, or just stop and point and flex one and then the other. You do what works best for you. Good, bring your knees in, cross one foot over the ankle of the other, roll around, little pelvic tilt here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then reverse your circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you're ready, bring your legs up. Maybe a happy baby, maybe straighten your legs, whatever's better for you. And just rock it out. Get the benefit of this as an inversion. Good, pause. Cross the opposite foot over and roll again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then reverse when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then again, right into an inversion. Good. Bring your feet back to the mat. I'm going to bring our feet, now grab a block if you have one with you. We're going to just bring our feet nice and firm and lift up into a supported bridge pose. The block is right at the base of the spine, right on the sacral spine, not up in the curve of the back. Palms are down. I lift and tuck the shoulders under. My chin's in line with the sternum. And I breathe. And feel the sensation of balance. Good. If you're comfortable, you can inhale and lift your arms and expand them behind you. But if that is not good for you and you want to keep the elbows bent or come to the capital letter T position or leave your hands right at your side, that's perfect. So you pick where you are and you breathe. You just want to make sure that your arms can rest on the floor. Don't have them floating in the air. Soften. A few more breaths right here. Good. And now I'm going to inhale and bring the arms right back down on the exhale. Hold the block, bring the knees into the chest, and then bring the feet all the way up into a supported shoulder stand. So don't let your legs come over your face, straight up like the letter L, and just soften the feet, wiggle the toes. If you want, you can point and flex your feet and feel that, nice. Point one and flex the other. Roll the feet around at the ankle in your supported shoulder stand. And reverse when you're ready. Good, and then just hang here for a breath. 2 breaths, 3 breaths. Now, we're going to start riding a bike, so we're going to pedal nice and slow and even. So we want to move through this beginning of this year in a steady pace. We're not racing. We're just slow and gentle so we can move and breathe and observe and notice. And then when you're ready, reverse it. Good. And then just bring your legs down. Tiny, tiny, tiny circle. You're on a block if you have a block. If you're on the floor, same thing though. Small and little circular motions here. And then reverse when you're ready. Massaging out that lower back. Good. Bring that left foot down. Let that right leg stretch up. Flex the leg. Toes are pointing toward the nose. And I'm going to float that leg down. Take a breath with you. You're not holding the breath, and you want it long and slow. And when you're about in line with your hip, just let it hang here. Stretch it out. Take a breath. And then on an inhale, imagining that your toe has a string attached, you slowly, with control, lift it back up. Good, bring it in and bring it all the way down. And then opposite side. So we inhale and we stretch it all up, big flexion. Toes are pointing down, take a breath, ground through that standing foot and begin to float that opposite leg slowly and gently down. Until you're right in line with the hip. Take a breath, stretch it all out. Don't let that opposite hip lift up. And then again, with control, using your belly and your muscles in your back and your legs, slowly lifting it up. Good. Release that leg and bring it down. Take a breath. Good. Take that right arm, stretch it behind you. And then left leg, stretch it out. Big stretch here. And then bring it in and we switch to the other side. Left arm, right leg, and stretch it out. Feel that stretch like somebody's holding your ankle and your wrist, and you're getting a nice diagonal stretch here. Good. And then bring it in. Let your hands rest right at your ribs. Sink the shoulders down and away from the ears. Now I'm going to bring my elbows into the torso and press my hands in. Take a breath right here. Good. Keeping that nice and engaged, I'm going to lift up. Exhale, slowly and gently bring it down. Inhale, lift up. Feel that between your palms. Isometrically engaging the muscles, feeling that space between the shoulder blades, down the center of the spine and down. Last one. Inhale, lift it up. Now when I lift it up this time, I'm going to clasp my hands together. And now just a little rocking right here, releasing that space between the shoulders. Good. And then release the hands, gently floating them back down. Now when my hands rest back on the mat, I'm going to inhale, lift up, take the block out, but stay up. Take a breath. Soften anything that feels like it's a struggle. Inhale, lift, and then exhale from the top of the spine, slowly and gently, releasing that whole length of the spine until the whole spine meets the mat. Once the whole spine is on the mat, don't move. Just give the spine some time to catch up. Feel the space between your shoulder blades. Slide your arms underneath your head. And now, without pulling on the neck, we're going to lift up and just move that space between the shoulder blades. Just a little rocking here. Not pulling on the neck at all.
And then pause, and now gently rock your feet and your legs. Just a small little rocking motion. Good. Go into your full body stretch by sliding the bottoms of your feet together and releasing your arms, going into a full body stretch with a big sigh, a big yawn, a big stretch. Stretch it all out. Good. Bring your knees back into your chest and rock it out. Take your time. See if you can roll maybe a little deeper. So you're coming off the back. You're using your elbows as a stopping point. And you just rock gently. Come back to center. Come into your happy baby. Any variation that you'd like. Good. Bring the soles of the feet again back to the mat. I'm going to bring my arms underneath my head and now just rock the hips and the feet. Keep the shoulders and the elbows on the mat. Good. When you're ready, I'm going to bring my feet together so I can roll onto my side body. Support your head and neck with your arm. You're going to bring your legs like you're sitting in a chair, so your heels are in line with your hips, and your top arm, whichever arm that is, just props in front of you so you don't roll your shoulders forward, and let all the weight just sink into that side body. Release anything that you feel you've been carrying there. Now let's open the shoulders. So I'm going to take whatever the arm is on the top and bend it at the elbow and bring it behind me so I can open up that shoulder blade and bring the shoulder back and breathe. And then release that arm down the length of the side body and just let it rest. Bring it right up to your hip. Good. Take that top leg, whichever leg it is, and then stretch it long. Top arm comes up and over. Stretch it straight out. Take a big breath here. And then bring it in and take a rest. It's okay, no worries. Good. I'm going to take my top arm, prop it in front of me, let my legs be nice and long like a capital letter I, and now rock into that whole length of the side body, moving out all that stuff that sometimes gets stuck. Sometimes we're not even aware of it. Take a breath. Good. And then whenever you're ready, then you roll onto your back, go into a full body stretch. Take a measurement here, see where you are. So I always wind up with one arm and one leg that's longer than the other. So for me, it's my top arm and my top leg. Now, you're just going to roll on to the opposite side. I'm just going to transition myself. Same thing. Rest here, take a breath. Notice how this side feels in relationship to the other. Bring your feet out from behind you so your feet are right in line with your knees. Heels and knees are in alignment. And then bring that top arm up and bend it back and open the shoulder so you can open up into awareness. Bend it at the elbow so you're not working so hard. Yeah, beautiful. A few breaths here. And then when you're ready, just let that arm rest down the length of your side body. When you're ready, extend that top leg and that top arm and stretch it up and over. Big breath. Straight out. Try to keep it on the same line so you're in the same plane geometrically. Your arm and your leg are one long extension. And bring it in and take a breath. And let your arm rest. Don't let it collapse. And then extend. So we're going to just extend the legs into your capital letter A, prop your top arm, and just rock out here. And as you rock out gently side to side, massaging out anything on this side, noticing how one side feels in relationship to the other. And you breathe. Good, and then bring the knees back in and take a rest. When you're ready, roll onto your back body, go into a full body stretch. Big breath. Measure everything, make sure it's all in alignment. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, maybe move your wrists and your feet, and then when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest and rock it out. Nice and slow. Good. Bring your feet back to the mat. Your hands can rest on your ribs. You can go into cactus arms, the letter T, and just rock it out again and see if you feel like you're in a little bit more awareness of how you may be better aligned. Shoulders to hips. And then when you're ready, I'm going to bring both feet long. I'm going to take my left foot and flex it up, and the right foot comes out and kind of braces around above and below the knee. My arms come out into the letter V, and I rest in a reclining tree. And I breathe here. And soften anything else that needs attention. Feeling the strength of the support of the foot, even though you're not standing on it. You visualize that sensation of rooting and balance and grounding down and coming up through the trunk of the body and up and out through the canopy of the arms and surrounding all thoughts that create a sense of productivity and positivity and creativity and possibility and pure potentiality. Slide that bent leg down and then bring the opposite leg up and take a breath. Again, flex that standing foot. Notice how it feels one side to the other. And you breathe. And relax into it. Few more breaths right here. Good. Release that leg. Go into your full body stretch. Take a big breath. Now, your option, if we're going to quickly move into our Shavasana, but you need a few twists, my option could be to take a block and put it between my legs, bring my arms out to the letter T, and roll to the right, head rolls opposite. I don't have to do that. I can keep my legs right at center and do a little roll around in both directions. I can make it a small twist. I can make it a deeper twist. You decide where it is that you need to be. And however many you need. Try at least 3, but feel free, you can always do more. And then when you come back to center and you release that block, go into your full body stretch again. And you're quickly setting yourself up for your Shavasana.
So if you need to bring your knees in and rock a little bit, if you need to bring your feet to the floor and go into another bridge, if you need to elevate your legs, whatever it is that you need for yourself, create that space. And then get ready. So you need to put your socks on if you brought a blanket or a jacket. We're going to quickly come into whatever is a comfortable reclining position for you. If you don't want to recline and you would prefer to rest on your side body, that's fine. Or if you feel the need and you need to sit up, that's fine. You just want to find the place that's going to allow you to connect to the full length of your body. Now, as you rest here, and you feel the firmness of the floor, imagine a place on the earth that you love. So connect yourself back to nature. Oftentimes, we're so busy, we don't pay attention to the world outside of our little sphere. So as you allow your body to soften into this space and you feel the firmness of the earth supporting you, feel the lightness of the breath, the inhale and the exhale of the breath as it moves gently through the lungs and the ribs and maybe through the shoulders and the back body, relaxing a little more into the space that you've released and opened. Thinking about a new direction that you would like to take in your life as we move through, even if you don't know yet what it is. You're setting yourself for the opportunity to explore, to create an adventure, to remove limitations, to open up into possibility, to maybe think a thought you haven't thought before, to listen to the sounds or the voices between the busyness of the thoughts that go on in your mind. So when you can bring yourself to a place where you're serene and calm, it connects to that gift of patience. And when you can connect serenity and patience, you can move into internal tranquility, inviting in a calm, relaxed mind that is reflective without creating criticism or judgment for yourself, for others, for the world. In a body that's strong and moving forward and flexible. But also being aware that you have options. So if something doesn't work or you don't like it, you can make a new choice. That is the gift of transformation. So as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, and we connect back to the elements of the earth, touch your thumb, if you choose, to your ring finger that connects you back to the earth and also connects you to the lungs. So become aware of the breath. And then touch your thumb to your pinky finger, and that connects you back to the element of water, but also the awareness of something else that you might need to let go of. A conviction, a thought, a stubbornness, a perspective. What can you let go of so you can see with your internal eye more clearly? And then touching your thumb to your index finger, what else do you need to digest? What worked and what didn't work? What do you want to keep? What can you let go of? Just like when you clean out a closet. Sometimes we hold on to stuff because someday you might need it. But what if you don't? And if you open up into that perspective that if I digest something that's not working, I can open up into something else that creates a different thought, a different space, a new opportunity, a new path, a new awareness. And then touch your thumb to your middle finger, which is the heart. And so oftentimes we focus on all the ways in which our heart has been disappointed or grief-filled. But what if we, yes, doesn't mean we don't hold that. It means we can shift out of it. And instead, think about the ways in which your life is filled with love, kindness, compassion, self-compassion, tapping into that intuition, inner awareness, creating a space to explore imagination. Tapping into that sense that you can get out of where you're stuck and move forward, up, and around into your higher self. And that when you are there, you're patient. You don't need to tell your heart to pump, to function, to make it move. It does it on its own. And so we pause in this place where we don't need to force something to happen. We're patient, just like when a seed plants. We plant seeds and perhaps bulbs, for example, in the cold fall, winter months, so that they have an opportunity to bloom and grow in the spring. And then if you choose, you take your thumb and you bring it inside and you close your other fingers around it and take 3 breaths here. And think of a lotus flower. So the lotus flower blooms and roots in dark, muddy, unclear water. But its goal is always to strive and reach toward the sun, S-U-N. It's life force. When you bring your thumb into the center of your palm, it's a little mudra to create calmness in the center of your being. And then when you're ready, that's when each finger opens up like a petal of a lotus flower, and the center of the palm receives the gift of warmth, light, air. So even if we don't see the root system, we know the roots are supporting the stalk, the leaves, and the flower bud, and then the blooming of the flower itself. So even though this is winter now, this is our opportunity to create that bud so that when the spring and summer comes, something new blooms and grows. And then wherever you are, if you choose, bring your knees up to standing if they're not there already, and wrap one arm around the other and just rock gently. Give yourself a hug. May you always be surrounded in contentment, love, kindness, compassion, healing, courage, patience, and peace. And then open up the arms and expand as so you can share it with others, but bringing more back into yourself so you never feel depleted. May I always feel, know, restore, replenish, reconnect, recreate, refresh, renew, realign, so that I am always in balance and at ease. And then whenever, if you're not up already, roll to whatever side calls to you. Bring yourself up into whatever's a comfortable seated position for you. Let your hands rest either on your knees or on the mat, and then inhale, lift up. Stretch up. Exhale, curl and bring it back. And do another one. Inhale, lift up, stretch up. Exhale, curl and bring it back. And then stir the pot. So we move out of the stuff that makes us feel like we're in quicksand, and we open up into things that allow us to flow and move with ease and grace. And then reverse your circle when you're ready and go the other way. And then when you finish this last rotation, twist to the one side and twist to the other side. And one arm down and one arm over and stretch up and over. And opposite side. And then coming right back into our Kubera Mudra. So we pinch our fingers, 3 fingers, and curl it down, and we hold this space where our lives are filled with abundance, and we gather more like in the electromagnetic field that we are, and we bring it all the way around into this cocoon that allows us to feel refreshed and renewed, restored, replenished, recharged, and gather more. Inhale. As we wait in patience with courage and stillness for this new year to unfold without acting and reacting in a way that will deplete us, and then we bring the palms together so that north and south and east and west, whatever it is that we need in any direction, in any dimension, will come to us at the perfect time, because that is enough. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Happy New Year. Feel good. Please drink some water, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.